Imagine a professional fighter walking toward a steel cage. Their heart rate is steady and their breathing is calm. Now, compare that to an office worker staring at a difficult email. They're sweating, their chest is tight, and they're starting to panic. Why does the fighter feel ready for action, while the office worker feels completely paralyzed by a screen? The answer lies in your self-image. Decades ago, plastic surgeon Maxwell Maltz noticed that changing a patient's face didn't always change their life. He realized we all have an invisible mental blueprint that dictates how we respond to the world. Your conscious mind might tell you to be brave or work harder, but your brain actually ignores those surface-level goals. Instead, it follows the deep, hidden instructions of that mental blueprint. If your inner script says you're the type of person who freezes under pressure, your brain will automatically lock you up. No amount of willpower can overcome a blueprint that says you aren't capable. Think of your subconscious mind like a guided missile locking onto its target. Scientists call this your creative mechanism. This mechanism doesn't judge. It doesn't care if your goal is good or bad. It simply makes constant adjustments to ensure you hit your target. If you focus on your past mistakes or tell yourself you're a failure, you are giving the system new coordinates. It will work just as hard to hit those negative marks, actively steering you toward failure and self-sabotage. To stop sabotaging yourself, you can't just try to fly the missile harder. You have to change the target coordinates in your self-image. Changing those coordinates is possible because of a biological quirk. Your subconscious can't tell the difference between a real experience and one you vividly imagine. Conor McGregor used this loophole to pull off one of the fastest knockouts in sports history. Before the fight, McGregor spent hours in his mind, watching his opponent move. He visualized every tiny detail, like a twitch in the other fighter's hand that signaled an attack was coming. This deep mental rehearsal pre-wires the brain. When the moment arrived, it wasn't a stressful surprise. It was a problem McGregor had already solved 1,000 times. You can do this too. By closing your eyes and vividly rehearsing a successful meeting or conversation, you are planting memories of success that trick your brain into acting with confidence. Of course, when the pressure is on, your body will still react. You might feel a rush of adrenaline and a racing heart. This is just your natural survival response kicking in. When this happens, professional fighters don't call it fear. They relabel the feeling. They tell themselves the racing heart is just their body creating readiness. It's energy they can use to perform. They also practice narrowing their mental spotlight. Instead of worrying about the loud crowd, they zoom in on one micro detail, like the rhythm of their own breathing. These tools keep your logical mind in charge. They transform what could be a panic attack into a state of sharp, calculated focus. To make changes last, think of your life as having 3 layers. Most focus on the outside layers, what they want to get and what they have to do. But the core layer is your identity, what you believe about yourself. You won't get lasting results by only chasing the outer rings. You have to focus on becoming the type of person who succeeds. This is building identity-based habits. So how do you actually convince your stubborn brain that your identity has changed? Think of every action you take as a vote for the person you wish to become. You don't need a massive victory. Simply taking 3 deep breaths before opening a stressful email is a tiny, undeniable vote for being a calm person. True change happens by stacking up these small wins until your subconscious mind has no choice but to accept your new reality. That's the blueprint. Define who you want to be, rehearse your success, relabel your stress, and cast your daily votes. You don't need to step into a cage to be a champion. By taking control of your self-image, you become the architect of your own mind.